Good morning, everyone. We shall start this podcast in another 30 seconds. I think we are good to go. A very good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Bell with William O'Neill India. This is Rajasekhar Kongari, Equity Research Analyst. The disclaimer for this podcast is that whatever stocks we discuss are intended only for educational purpose and should not be taken as an investment advice. Let's look into how the market is placed by reading into Nifty's daily chart. This is Nifty's daily chart taken from MarketSmith India. Yesterday, Nifty found support at its 21 DMA, that is the green line in this chart here, which is a very good sign. From here on, we'll closely monitor 21 DMA. If that level is breached and if there is further accumulation of distribution days as well, then we might change the market status to uptrend under pressure. In the last two sessions, Nifty had a bad closing, that is, it closed more than 1% lower. Also on the volume higher than the 50-day average volume. Some kind of profit booking happened because of a rally it had previously. And yesterday's action was a good sign of relief for the investors. And Nifty finding support at its 21 DMA is also very crucial. And the distribution day count is at 2 presently. We had one distribution day around here and second distribution day here. Distribution day is when Nifty closes 0.2% or more on a volume higher than the previous session. Why distribution day is crucial? Because whenever market is in uptrend, it is very difficult to identify the top. So we never know what is the top when the Nifty is going to top out. So distribution day will help us to identify the top formation. It will not exactly give the exact top, but it will give the approximately the top the Nifty is about to make. That is it is a crucial parameter that is which helps us to track the weakness in the market. When there is a accumulation of distribution days in quick succession, that means Nifty is about to top out, and in such a scenario, we'll mostly book out our model portfolio stocks, and addition and adding fresh stocks to our model portfolio will be slightly lower, and we'll be very cautious while adding stocks to our model portfolio. Okay, moving on. Yesterday, Nifty PSU Bank was a top gainer. You can see it closed more than 2% higher, 2.3% higher. The index also reclaimed its 21 DMA. Currently, it is trading above its key moving averages that are starting from 21, 50, 100, 200 DMAs, which is a very good sign. Yesterday's another top gainer was Nifty Auto. M&M and Aisha Motors were the top gainers on Nifty 50 index also. So they contributed the most to the Nifty Auto index as well. Again, Nifty Auto also reclaimed its 21 DMA. You can see this auto index is trading pretty much higher. It is just 3% of lows, of highs, and this index is also in a rally, which is a very good sign. Especially auto companies are doing pretty much good as M&M and other companies. Some of the key news and some of the stocks which will be under radar today will be US services PMI for August has dropped to 44.1 and composite PMI fell to 45. Any number below 50 signifies a contraction, and any number above 50 will indicate expansion. So these numbers are not so good for the US economy. There is a lot of news going on regarding Adani Group taking over NDTV. Adani Group has made an open offer to take 26% stake in NDTV at a share price of 294. The group has acquired controlling stake in RRPR Group, which is a promoter group backed by Pranesha and his wife. This group currently holds more than 29% stake in the NDTV. So with this, if the Adani Group takes over this 29% stake, then they'll have voting rights more than 25%. And other major company which is in the news is our Finance Corporation has signed a memorandum of understanding for RS for rupees 6,700 crores aid to 1,550 megawatt solar power plant in Maharashtra. So this stock will also under radar today. SpiceJet is also considering a stake sale up to around 2,000 crores, according to its CMD Ajay Singh. Hindalco Industries has earmarked nearly $8 billion of capex for the next 5 years, according to Kumar Mangalam Birla. So this stock will also under radar today. Other macroeconomic news are that Brent crude, which is our major importer, which we import majorly, has increased sharply to $100 per barrel. So anything above $105 will impact our finances. RBI has estimated average crude price basket to be around $105 per barrel. So if as long as the Brent crude stays below that level, will be okay. But if that level is crossed, then our fiscal deficit will be impacted badly. And RBI has also is aiming to bring down the inflation, which is currently trading currently around 7 to 8%. RBI is aiming to bring down that inflation to 4% in the coming 2 years, according to its governor. So if that RBI for tackling inflation, we can see RBI has been increasing the repo rates in the last 3 MPC meetings, and we are also expecting another rate hike in the coming MPC meeting as well. Talking about global markets, US market has closed flat to negative bias. You can see Nasdaq has closed flat. Dow Jones was down 0.5%, S&P 0.2% lower. Asian markets are trading with a mixed bag. You can see Shanghai is trading around 1.1% lower, and Nikkei 0.3% lower. Kospi is trading slightly on the positive side with flat to positive bias. SGX Nifty is also indicating a muted opening with a negative bias. We can expect a 40 to 50 point lower opening on Nifty index as well by going with SGX Nifty indication. Overall, global markets are also not much decisive. They have closed flat to negative bias. So we might see a flat to negative session in India as well. For the chart of the day, we have picked Coromandel. Again, disclaimer is that we are not advising this stock for an addition. We have picked this stock for educational purpose only. You can see ratings wise, the stock is very good. EPS rating of 84 indicates a strong, fundamentally strong company. Technical parameters have also been improving recently. RS line has hit blue dots recently, and currently it is trading at 72, which is a fair rating. Accumulation distribution rating of A indicates a good accumulation which has happened in the stock recently. You can see most of the blue bars are above average and pink bars are below average. That indicates whenever stock is going higher, good accumulation is going on. But when stock is closing lower, only retailers are weak, investors are shaken out, which is what we want in growth stocks. Also, the stock has a good support at its 50 DMA. For the last couple of times also it has found good support. Yesterday as well it has found very good support at its 50 DMA. It is a very good rebound from its 50 DMA as well. Volume was slightly above average, slightly near its average volume. We would want that volume to be on the higher side to take an alternative entry point. However, given the market structure in a dicey manner and now not so constructive, It's very better to add stocks which are giving good breakouts rather than going for alternative buy points. Yeah, overall, stock is looking good and fundamentally and technically. And given that market is not so constructive, we are not waiting for on the sidelines. However, if you are risk-taking ability, can go for this stock because of its it has given an alternative buy point externally. Thanks for joining today's pre-bell. Have a good trading session, and we hope to see you again at today's after hours, which we conducted at 4:30.